Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Boss Writer Red Carpet launch. Such a lovely, lovely occasion that's going to happen tonight. Yes. All the incredible guests are coming in and they are looking fabulous.
All rise. Please join me in welcoming the best-selling author, award-winning entrepreneurs, and the driving force behind Boss Writer, Ms. Latoya Belfon.
What an entrance. This is not on. Hello. What an entrance. Give it up for Latoya one more time, everybody. Woo! We are also happy to be here. Thank you for having us. Thanks for doing this, and congratulations, Queen.
Thank you. Shout out to Malachi Divine. That's one of our youth at RC who sang that song, and I love it so much. So shout out to him.
It was really nice. Shout out to him. Okay, my dear, are you ready? This is your big moment.
Let's go.
Okay. So before we dive deep, we're going to start with something light. You know how I like to have fun, right? So I'm going to say a few scenarios, and you tell us if they're on brand or off brand. So it's a quick fire style questionnaire. Are we ready?
Okay.
Okay. Unless you want to add a little twist, you can also. So is it on brand or off brand to write at 5 a.m. every day?
On brand for me.
On brand for you. Okay, tell us why.
That's when the kids are asleep, so it's on brand for me.
Okay, so all the mothers in the room can relate. When the children are asleep at 5 a.m. in the morning, this is the time to write. All right, next one. This is going to relate to tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Releasing a book without a launch event. She looked like weird. Where are we doing that at?
I would say, listen, off-brand, but there are different styles. This is my first physical book launch, but it's strategic and it's for a reason.
I got you.
During COVID, I launched several books, different methods, different ways, but this is definitely to show Labrooks Publishing in a different light for the community, for the culture, for Black literature in a very specific way. So I'm grateful to do that.
Thank you. That's awesome. Next one, we have hardcover or paperback books.
Listen, the cost of hardcover will make you say paperbacks all the way. So it definitely depends on your budget.
What about ebooks, Toya?
Ebooks is for the target audience.
Right.
Like if, for example, you're someone who has expertise in, say, coaching or motivational. A lot of people like to listen to ebooks on the way to the gym or at the gym, on the go, especially a mom.
Yes.
A mom might want to get encouragement on something and she's always busy, so you may find her listening to ebooks or audiobooks all the time.
I love that. Next up is designing a book cover on Canva.
The amount of things I've designed on Canva, I don't care what anybody says. Okay?
Well, give it up for Canva.
Give it up for Canva.
Give it up for Canva, everybody.
It can certainly be on brand if you do it the right way, right?
Of course. You can use the free
You
version
can,
too.
right?
I'm saying free, 30 days. Anyways, next we have writing only when the inspiration strikes?
It could definitely be on brand for the person. Writing is so unique to your style, how you feel, what environment works for you. What I like to use conducive to your experience.
Of course.
How you can best be, you know, motivated. Sometimes it's only when you feel like it.
Of course.
You know, that's when the best work can come out. So I would say it depends on the person.
Okay, I love that. All right, so give it up for the on-brand, off-brand, quick-fire questions, everyone.
Yes, thank you.
So we're gonna ask some more questions now. And the first is what was the first spark that made you know Boss Writer had to be written?
Listen, there was a point in my life where I started to think bigger. And so I just couldn't have the same brand that you see on Instagram or the same person. You know, I wanna say, right now the language is really Transformation Conference. Language, another version of me.
Yes.
October 31st to November 1st.
Get your tickets.
TransformationConference.ca. I really stepped into another version of myself, and it called for a different brand, it called for a different me, a different mindset. And that's when I started to think, well, I did so much in like 2 years of my life when I finally decided to step into authorship.
Yes.
And look at how much I accomplished. I was like, why didn't I do this before? And it's because I was dreaming and envisioning and thinking very small.
I got you.
So when I started to think bigger and when I started to think millionaire, I was like, it just can't be the same thing anymore.
I like that.
I had to redefine myself in every single way.
Absolutely. You have that millionaire mindset. Go ahead, girl. I like that.
Yes.
I love that. That is amazing. That is what we need.
Yeah.
I love that. So many write books, but you started a movement. What does being a boss writer mean to you?
The first thing of being a boss writer is being able, again, to dream and envision bigger.
Big, yes.
And so that may mean that you may have to change your circle.
Ooh.
You may have to change your friends,
Right.
change the people who you tell your dreams to. Like there's so many people that know me but don't know me. They don't know. People think I'm quiet about what I'm doing, but it's always strategic. I don't talk my things out loud because some people can't handle where I'm trying to go.
Absolutely.
And so there's a very specific amount of people that I would say I have this idea to. And then they would say, okay, how can I help you?
That's awesome. And
Right?
That's what you need.
Yeah, that's what you need.
But you have to also remember too, elevation requires elimination.
Exactly, exactly,
So that's
exactly.
very, very, very important. as
Yeah,
well.
and you have to be comfortable with sometimes going alone.
You can't take everybody.
You can't take
Can't take
everybody.
everybody with you.
Because one time you say something to the wrong person and that could snuff your dream out and up
Of course.
and gone.
Exactly.
You know, the wrong person. So your circle is important.
100%.
And how and when you talk about your dreams.
Exactly.
And when you do talk about your dreams, back it up with action. Don't just talk idly. I don't speak idly.
You don't.
And if you're around me, I tell you, don't tell me what you want to do if you're not willing to do
Exactly.
it. Because I'm going to hold you accountable.
That's it.
Immediately my mind starts going, okay, how can I help you accomplish this goal? Are you ready?
Exactly.
I'm ready for you.
I like
And
that.
that's how it goes. You know, that's what you need.
Yeah, amen. Amen to that. Give it up for that. I love that. That was good. That was amazing. Very powerful. So I'm going to read a quote from your book.
Okay.
All right. And that is, the greatest regret is watching someone else live the dream and the vision you wished you dreamed for your life, but never had the courage to create. Amen. What prompted that reflection?
You know what prompted that? A lot of times if I would speak to people, and even sometimes myself, a while back, there's a different version of myself right now. They would say, oh, I wish I'd done that. I should have done that.
Shoulda,
I wish
coulda,
I,
woulda.
yeah.
Yeah.
And how many times are we gonna say that? I wish I did, I should have done. And then you're watching someone live out, man, I had that idea. If only.
Yes.
Oh, I thought about that 5 years ago. If only. And then aren't you tired of that? Aren't you tired of watching someone go after the dream that you had? You know, and one time I had looked at this girl. There was a popular Instagram trending reel that had happened, I think with the Lizzie McGuire.
Oh, yes.
And she showed that she wrote that entire treatment down in her book months ago. She wrote it in her book and she did nothing about it. The idea came to someone else months later, they did something about it. They trended, they got viral, they gained followers, they gained money. And she was like, but I had the idea first, but you did nothing about it.
Exactly. You can't be mad at what you didn't do.
So she's watching that person get the popularity, get the success that could have been hers. So that's where that quote came from, girl.
So the next question piggybacks off of what you just talked about. Have you ever suffered from imposter syndrome?
All the time. All the time.
Explain.
What I say is, over time, so there's the two versions of yourself. The one that knows your capabilities and knows who you are and knows what you can do and what you can't do,
Right.
and how elastic you can be. And then there's a part of you that's always like, well, remember that time you failed? Why are you even dreaming that big? Oh, maybe you should stop. Why do you think you could do this? Look at you. Why are you in this room? This happened to me at one time. I was invited to speak on the Quebec Writers Federation roundtable, and I have a couple of guests who were watching. And as I sat in a room of a lot of white people, I was like, oh my God, why am I here?
Wow.
What can I add to this conversation? Why did they ask me? And my husband is always like ready to tell me, you can conquer the world. I mean, I've become who I am because he thinks I can do anything.
You can. You can. And you can't.
And I sat there for a moment and I said, why am I occupying this space right now? And then he told me, they ask you here for a reason, because you have a lot to add to the conversation.
Exactly.
And I did what I do, and I do what I did. And I did
Bars.
And then Pastor Morrison, he was watching. I had no idea. And he texted me, and he's like, I'm so proud of you.
Oh, that's awesome.
You did awesome. I felt that I took charge of that environment. Eventually, because sometimes it doesn't happen where you're able to bounce back from that negative self-talk or that imposter syndrome, and you let it overcome you. And then what you do, you draw back. Sorry, I can't do it. I don't think I'm ready. I don't think I'm prepared. Or a lie. I'm so busy, I can't do it.
Exactly.
Right?
Excuses.
But it will happen. But then what happens is you practice. You practice that motivational speech that you may tell yourself in the mirror. You practice, you got this. You can do this. Look what you've done. It's really important to remember the times that you did succeed.
Absolutely.
Because it helps you to remember who you are. Yeah, I conquered that. I did that 5 years ago.
100%.
I can do this. And then after time, that moment of struggling with that negative and positive self-talk becomes quicker. You're able to bounce back faster and step into who you're meant to be.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Clap for that answer. I like that answer. I like that answer. Okay, so guys, we're going to be blessed a little bit. I already read it. I'm just saying. So Latoya's going to read an excerpt from her book, Vision and Mindset, and why include mindset along strategy.
What page am I reading from?
You'll find it.
What is it I'm reading?
Vision and Mindset, and it's why include mindset alongside strategy.
Why include mindset alongside strategy?
I mean, you can even talk about it.
Well, listen, what happened was that I felt like I could tell you how to do everything, or you can pick up a book on how to do everything.
Right.
But you can have the answers to your problem right there and not do anything about it if you think you're not deserving of success. If you think that you can't manage what you're handling. So mindset was included in this chapter in this book, because it's important to figure out what is the limiting beliefs that you may have that is preventing you from going after some of the goals and some of the dreams that you have. So let me read a little bit of this book, guys. Anybody want to hold my mic here?
Allow me.
Thank you, Akil.
Thank you so much. So that I can read. You coming up?
Yeah, we'll have to hear her now.
Thank you. All right, here we go.
Thank you. Give it up for DJ Star Q. Thank you so much. You're very resourceful, darling. It takes two men to put this together. It's one microphone. Thank you.
Okay. Here we go. 1 year during a period of deep reflection, I experienced a powerful realization. I critically analyzed my successes, lessons, gains, and losses, asking, how did I get here? What actions kept me from achieving my goals sooner? I realized that in life, before I became an author or an entrepreneur, I had no real vision. Perhaps childhood struggles, hardships, and heartbreaks had led me to believe I was undeserving. My goals were small. The idea of just feeling safe, having a meal, or a secure place to sleep was enough for me. My dreams remained modest to avoid disappointment. Have you ever done that? There was a time when I would even tell myself, Latoya, don't hope. Don't speak your dreams out loud, because once you do, you know they'll never happen. I began to quietly train my mind to believe that nothing good or great could happen to me or for me. This limited mindset continued into adulthood, even in my early semesters at college, a place where many feel that the world was theirs for the taking. My vision was narrow and small. I simply wanted to complete a degree and return to working a minimum wage job, just being grateful for that. But a shift began when one teacher helped me see beyond college, beyond the limits I'd set for myself. I had played the game of chasing happiness, pursuing dreams that never turned out the way I imagined. And when they didn't, I stayed in the defeat, afraid of hope and afraid of wanting more. For the first time, I imagined something greater. My purpose began expanding, yet I was still cautious, still afraid of dreams, still dreaming with subtle restraints. It finally hit me like a ton of bricks one year during a period of deep reflection. My life mirrored the extent of my limited vision. I wasn't even touching my true potential. A question for you right now: are you at the threshold of your potential, or is there a greater purpose within you? So that year, the word visionary started. It's because I really saw that I was literally holding myself back because of how I dreamt. And I was just ready to stop being safe. And so that's where a mindset shift comes around. Yeah.
I like that. I feel like that's really, it resonates with a lot of people because we're so used to being comfortable. Comfortability, you know, we know we're getting that 2-week paycheck. We know we have a steady job. You know what I mean? We know. And I like that you talked about stepping out of your comfort zone and you yourself being in your own way. Because most of the times we don't realize that everything is us. It all starts with us, right?
Yeah.
So I love that.
Exactly.
Next, you're going to read a quick case study on planning fallacy and how does this connect to the entrepreneurial journey?
Okay, well, planning fallacy, I have a lot of case studies in this book that I made up, which is really fun. So planning fallacy is basically a term where you plan for someone who's not yourself. Can you imagine you have a goal and you're structuring this goal and you're a type of person that you don't like early mornings, but yet you're planning this big, fabulous goal that you're going to succeed with in the mornings. Or sometimes when you have struggles, you get depressed or you're not able to handle things easily or you get overwhelmed easily.
Right.
So planning fallacy deals with that. It deals with you, the person planning for someone who's not yourself.
Okay.
So when you think about your goals, sometimes it's not that you're not capable of succeeding, but you're planning for somebody that's not you. And the best thing is to know yourself. So here, Sheila was a passionate first-time author with a powerful message in her debut book. She poured her heart into writing and it had high hopes for a successful launch. The manuscript was strong, the message was relevant, and the excitement was real. But Sheila became a textbook example of planning fallacy, the common tendency to underestimate how much time, energy, and support a task actually requires, while overestimating one's ability to manage it all. Despite her best intentions, Sheila's book launch was a flop. Here's what went wrong. She underestimated the timeline. Sheila set a launch date without fully considering the number of steps involved in a proper rollout. She ignored personal red flags. She had a tendency to become overwhelmed under pressure, but didn't adjust her expectations or workload accordingly. She declined support. She wasn't prepared. She had no launch strategy. She didn't confirm her venue. She burned out by launch day.
Wow.
And so I find like a lot of times we suffer with planning fallacy. And it's really about knowing who you are, knowing what you're capable of, knowing what your strengths are, knowing what your weaknesses are, and not being scared to say what they are and get help for them. And that way we could be much more successful with the goals we seek after.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Give it up for that, guys. That was awesome. What is your greatest hope for the readers of Boss Rider, Toya?
Well, you know, it's not a book that teaches you how to write. And I think that's the shocker. It's not going to teach you how to write.
Okay.
It's going to teach you how to dream, how to be bold, how to strategize when you have a vision and you have an idea, how to grow from it,
Right.
how to build from it. I have marketing strategies. I have, you know, all the things that you need to take one idea and make it fruitful.
Okay.
Because as authors, sometimes we think the end of the road is after tonight. But for tonight, after, it just starts with me. I have the Boss Writer Masterclass.
Yes.
I have a journal. I have a planner. You know, you want to take the learning off of the book into homes,
Of course.
into schools. I think Akil mentioned the resource-driven strategy. It's a methodology I created on how to succeed or how to set goals and go after goals.
Right.
I have started the process of trademarking. I've already copyrighted it. I've built a curriculum around it. And so that's the start. That's the idea of Boss Writer. You know, I have great authors sitting over there.
Woo-woo!
Deja, Smart
Give it up for the
Moses.
authors.
You know, she is boss right in her way. She's stepping into so much. Get ready for that. And that's what you're going to see. You're going to see just not a book.
Right.
You will see master classes, courses, curriculum, workshops, and growth.
I like that.
You know, income generating activities, because we deserve that.
Right.
We deserve that.
That's right, we do deserve
Yeah.
that. One thing I have to commend you on is you are not a gatekeeper. You give that
Really?
information, girl. You are not. You've helped me. You already know. You already know with the name, right?
Yes,
So
when it comes to protecting your intellectual property, I will message you and I will tell you.
she'll tell you.
I mean,
do this. And
yeah.
I did it right away.
If I was, if
I did
I
it right
was
away.
really the kind of person, like, I see intellectual property circulating the internet like crazy, because a lot of times, again, people are not aware of what they can do with an idea. Simply.
Absolutely.
So they're talking their dreams and talking their. I'm like, girl, do you know what you could do with this idea? Go and put this on your social media now.
And I did.
Right?
away.
So a lot of times that's what we're doing. Because believe it or not, if you're in the States right now, you talk anything, somebody already snatched that up. Copyrighted. I mean, look what happened to the guy who came out with very nice, very demure, very cutesy.
Yes.
How he struggled
Yeah.
to get his own saying back, because he did not see the vision of how it could grow
Right.
and how he could generate revenue from it.
Absolutely.
And then he was on Instagram crying about someone else picking up, going and filing the trademark. Yeah, that's right. That's how it is. That's the world we live in.
That's it.
You know, so it's important to know what are the fruit of your ideas and how you can expand. That's the best thing. That's what the Boss Writer is
I
about.
love that. I have one more question before we do our wrap up. And what is the first step of believing in yourself?
Putting something down on a paper that you would never dare to do, and then taking a step and doing it.
Got you.
Because once you kind of feel uncomfortable writing, I want to be, right? I mean, listen, there's 1 year, probably 2 years ago, where I started to say, I want to make $1 million. I want to be a millionaire.
You will be.
That's for sure.
You will be.
There's nothing else. There's no other path.
I know that.
There's no other path for
Right?
me. And you know what happened? I had the thought. Then I went to write it down. And when I was going to write it down, I left out a zero. Because I said in my head, well, it's easier to attain and it's safer to probably attain 100,000. Because if I just
Safe
think,
again.
right? Safe again.
Safe again,
And
right.
then I'm like, no. I put the $1 million down. Latoya, dream bigger.
Amen.
Put the $1 million down. Now I started to evaluate where that $1 million could come from. So I started to look at my workshops. I started to look at my book sales. I started to look at my public speaking opportunities. I started to look at where I can grow with curriculum.
Right.
I started to look at where I can grow with my other companies. Where can I get the money coming from to make $1 million?
Right.
Okay, I need to do this. I need to do that. So that's how my brain works. But if I didn't allow myself and to get over that uncomfortable spot of saying, oh man, it's safer to say I could make 100,000.
Right.
Then I wouldn't put the action behind it to make $1 million. You understand?
Right.
I am limiting how much I would step forward
course.
with my goals and my dreams based on my mindset,
I love
based
that.
on what I'm even writing down.
I love that. And how do you stand, like, sometimes you have to give yourself tough love
Yeah,
versus, okay, let me relax today.
yeah.
Tell me the balance.
Oh,
between
listen,
that.
let me tell you something. My personality, I would work. I said, God, why did you make me like this? I would work because I cannot let a goal done until it's done.
Right.
I
Right.
cannot. I will ask my husband, I would not, he'll be like, babe, like you literally been, I was like, yeah, but I have on my to-do list that I was gonna get this done and this done, this done. So I have to make sure. So I started also giving myself grace.
Okay.
I started to redo my to-do list now. The planning fallacy sometimes happens. So I said, okay, what I could probably accomplish is 3 to 4 things.
Okay.
Let's put that there.
I like that.
And then I have up next. If I get through it up next, then I have possibly tomorrow. So I start to label my to-dos so that way I could feel good. I was like, okay,
Yes.
task for today was done. Up next, I got one. Do tomorrow, I'm good.
There you go.
And I gave myself grace that way.
I like that.
But I would work, honey. I would
Give
work.
it up for her, giving herself some grace. I love that.
Thank you.
Now, before we wrap up, let's end on one more quick round of off-brand and brand. So let's see where you have these, okay? First one is turning a book into a podcast or a course.
Listen, that's the way. Listen, if you're not doing it, do it now.
Right.
You have one idea, you turn it into a book, because sometimes people digest information differently. They want it as a podcast, but sometimes they want it as a book as well.
Of course.
Of course, reach a different audience with a podcast. I find it so incredible to move from a book to a podcast. Hint, hint.
Hint, hint. Hint, hint. Next one is selling books on.
Listen, no. Don't sell books on Amazon only.
She said no.
Right? Amazon, you have to perspective. You know what? I've been seeing a lot of people on Instagram, those who really don't publish, but they pretend that they do. Tell readers and authors, take your books off Amazon. Why? They're one of the most affordable platforms to purchase books from.
Yes, they are.
They will ship to my customer, and they will do the heavy lifting for me. They work for me. Change your perspective,
Exactly,
right?
I agree.
But once you have them on that platform, you need to make sure that you do something. Here's a masterclass, A+ content. My A+ content, if you go on Amazon, it's that descriptive. If you go right now, you'll see it on Boss Rider. It's that descriptive, engaging part of the platform that kind of tells them, here you can get more. Here's my website. Or I have a free document if you just go here, but they're very tricky, Amazon. They will
I know.
So you have to work your way around it.
Absolutely.
But the point is, find a way to direct your customers on Amazon to your website. Get them to download something, you call it a lead document, and get them into a place where you can nurture them and get them to keep buying and become loyal customers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You see, I said she didn't gatekeep right away. I just asked her that one. I love that.
Because you know why I don't get keep? Because it's up to you to take the move. And many people will hear the information and they won't do nothing about it.
Amen. That's right. Okay, next on brand or off brand is investing in professional headshots.
Listen, okay.
We talked about this. We talked about this.
Yeah. Carol Spooner Photography. Shout out to Carol Spooner. Always invest in professional headshots. Okay, so the first time I invested in professional headshots, can I tell you that I was like, oh my gosh, why is it so expensive? I paid over $1,000. And I said to myself, wow, when I saw the images that lady captured, it called my being into another person. I was like, that person? Her? I have no choice but to be her.
Right.
I was like, nah. Look at her. She looks rich.
Right?
She looks luxe.
Right?
She looks educated.
Right?
She looks like a millionaire. That's what it started, you know.
That's
a
it.
picture.
You need to.
And guaranteed, I get so much business.
Of course.
Based on the picture.
This picture here.
Many versions of these pictures.
It's over there. It's on the screen. It's actually, there's a collage here. If you guys look just a little bit before I ask the next question, you're going to see how fabulous Miss Latoya looks. Hold on. This is all, of course, her amazing work. She looks fabulous there too, and there too.
It's probably going to take a long time to direct back.
It's okay. But yeah, when you guys glance over there once in a while, you'll actually see, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes. So, okay. So then the next one is, we already know your answer for this one. Posting on social media once a month. I don't know who does this as an entertainer.
First of all, I hate social media. You see me a lot, but trust me, it's painful. It's painful, let's be honest. To show up consistently and to keep engaging, and Instagram is always stretching the lines and stretching the like, oh yeah, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. But it's the world we live in. You know, you basically don't exist if you don't have a social media. Ellie will tell you, Okay, Ellie will tell you that you have to be engaging on social media. You have to have a voice. You have to have a brand. You have to have something that resonates with people, of course. You know, and that's where it starts off. Like, you know, my dear sweetheart Svetlana, who is running for future Montreal, like, you know, if you want to know about why she became a politician, you will go on her social media and you will see the root of who she is.
Exactly.
Is always advocating for people.
Right.
So naturally, if you follow her, you're going to say, oh yeah, her putting out, you know, all of her things to the side and going to represent the city for future Montreal makes sense because that's the brand, that's who she is. That's what she's been showing. So social media does that. It shares that story of who you are, your brand story, and gets people to really understand who you are and then want to support what you're doing.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm just looking. I want everyone to look too.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, look now, guys.
Yeah.
Right on time. So some of those pictures, look at how beautiful they look. Amazing,
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank
All right.
you.
The last one is transforming your story into a brand empire.
That's the boss right away.
Hey, that's the boss
That's
right
the
away.
boss right away, yes.
Yeah, that needs to be a t-shirt. And more. Merch. Okay, merch.
It was on the agenda. Thanks, Trish.
No problem. Anytime. Listen, you got me and I got you. Guys, did you guys enjoy that?
Yes.
Yes. Latoya, you're amazing. I love it. Thank you so much for playing along. And thank you for letting us step behind the pages tonight of The Boss Writer. We love you. We appreciate you. Thanks for having us here. You're so amazing.
Thank you.
We're
Thank
proud
you.
of you,
Thank
girl.
you.
Keep going. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you all for coming. Thank you.
We're going to pass it back to Akil. You guys make sure to take your pictures. Tag Latoya. Tag the Boss Writer. All that stuff because we need more. Push it and push it.
Oh. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. A nice wake-up call, as if we needed one. So we're just going to have a few questions, and I just thought very, very quickly I might kickstart this last segment of the event with a quick question of my own, Latoya. If you're someone who has an idea or ideas for a book of your own, but you're not sure if there's enough interest out there in the public, if anybody's going to want to buy your book and read it, and what's a good way of making up your mind about that? A lot of people in business would say market research, but is that necessary? And if so, how to go about it from the perspective of someone who's starting out where you started out in the past?
Okay, so I would always market research. When I started, I didn't know what a lot of these terms mean. I just felt like God gave me a gift for marketing. I just would ask, how do I do this? How do I find out about this? So I always research. I would go on Amazon, I would go on Google, and I would search books that are similar. I would read the reviews. And in the reviews, I would find the gaps that are missing. So when I do create a book similar or on the content, I would then provide something that's missing. Now they call it finding the what? Finding the
loophole?
The pain points.
The pain points.
That's what they call it now, but that's what I was doing back then. So I would go research the book, research the topics, see what's out there, then see how I can build on what's out there, because when I do put that out, I want it to be different, and I want it to hit people that say, yes, that's what I needed.
Yes.
Right? So I would do that.
Awesome.
Excellent answer. Now, I'm sure we have some questions in the audience. Please feel free to raise your hands if you have any. All right, I know somebody was going to ask. Black folks always got something to say.
Congratulations, first
Thank
of all,
you.
on everything that you're doing.
Thank
because
you.
you even inspired me to start writing my book. Because I'm coming to you for that. But my question is, in the land and the world of AI, how do you feel about people using AI to write their books?
Wow, the politician, eh? Woohoo! So I definitely, I guess the teacher voice will come out. I definitely think that AI is here to stay. And so we have to find a way to find a balance. Now, AI authors who write their books completely using AI, I think it's incredibly wrong. If you use AI, for example, to tell you, where should I expand? Or if I have errors, which honestly, guys, it makes a lot of mistakes grammatically.
Of course.
So you have to be careful. Or I can ask it, okay, did I miss a point here? But then you go do the work. Okay, that's okay. But I think the most important thing to remember with AI is the person behind the computer, the person that is prompting what to do. Because at the end of the day, actually readers want real, authentic stories. They're fighting back. Readers are fighting back. Amazon, different platforms are putting more restrictions on who can publish and when they can publish, and scanning intensely for AI created or AI generated content. So I would suggest you get a pen, you take a class, and you get it together.
Amen.
Because
I agree.
Because it's getting worse.
It's getting bad, yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
Thank
boss.
you. Thank you.
I know that there are many whys as to the journey that you're on, but I want to find out, what would you say is your greatest why that is motivating to get to where you are tonight?
My greatest why started when I had my firstborn. I think there's something innate that happens that activates you as a woman when you have a child. And it just told me, I started to see issues. You know, they talk about Black issues and advocacy and things like that. You really start to see it when you become a parent, because this is the world that your child will be living in. And so I started to think about who I was as a person. What I was saying to myself when dreams or goals started circulating around me, what type of action would I be taking and what would I tell him? So Kyle, where's my little entrepreneur? Kyle, my son, my firstborn, was that inspiration and that keeps me going. After a while, my community, I must say the Black Atlas, when I first published my first book, the Black Atlas, the people on that group supported me, rallied behind me. My community, the Black community, really rallied with me. And once I saw the responsibility my words had, once I saw the responsibility literature had, the literature I was creating, the space I was occupying, that became a bigger why for me. Who's the Black publisher that you know?
You.
Right? Anybody else in the room? So I have a huge responsibility, right?
Amen.
That what keeps me going.
Thank you.
Hi, congratulations. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I have a question. Say, for example, someone wrote a book and they used Amazon to publish it, right? Is it possible to revamp that book and use another publisher? Say, for example, if they want to transition to use your publishing company, is that something that's possible or it could get legal?
Yes. So Amazon, when you publish with Amazon and you use Amazon ISBN, it's Amazon's property. It's not yours. So if you've done that, it's done. It's over for you. Just playing. But it's no longer yours, meaning I've run across people who said Amazon has deleted their account. They have no access to their book, but Amazon has continued to sell their book.
That's true.
It belongs to Amazon. ISBN means I control, or whoever controls the rights to that book. So when you do that, you have no control over that book. So what I would do is I would find a way to revise it, add anything to it, and then gain the property of that and republish. However, if you want to traditionally publish, most publishers don't take a book that's already been published. So that's where you have a little problem. Yeah.
Congratulations, Latoya.
Thank you, Wanda.
So, my question, Latoya is actually my book coach, and she
Always.
has been helping me write my book. And my question, though, is when do you decide to use a ghostwriter when you're hitting different challenges and obstacles in your writing? And be it writer's block, be it emotional block, be it breakdown block. And yeah, so when would you say, or do you advise people to take that route to get through the hard times?
Yeah, if it works for you, sure. I mean, there's so many, just think about a lot of the pastors or a lot of the big pastors in the media, and they're bringing a book out every 3 months. Do you really think they have time for it? No, they don't.
It's true.
But they have someone who writes to the capacity that they want. They could have notes that the person develops. They could sit with the person and they talk. And they edit. You have an editor who does that. It's a form of ghostwriting in a way. But if you need help and that's what you need, go for it. As long as you're honest. The only thing I would not do is say, yeah, I'm such a fabulous writer, and somebody wrote my book. Exactly. I wouldn't do that. So at the end of the day, integrity and your ethics is going to guide you. You know, but I think if you need the help, use the help.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Did we have any other questions or motions on the floor? I knew we had to. Okay, let's.
Hi, Latoya.
Hi,
like
Sita.
everyone else, congratulations.
Thank you.
I think what you've done this evening is not simply promote and empower people to want to write, but I think you have further inspired everyone to really delve into literature. It's clear that you love books and you love literature. And I'm curious as to what literary figures have inspired you because to get you to this wonderful point today.
Well, I mean, back in college, I would say Jamaica Kincaid. I feel like she's popular for many of us. But if I tell you how I grew up in Grenada, literature education is incredibly important. Any Grenadians in the house?
Yes.
I know, we love that. I can't say that without saying I was born in Trinidad, so any Trinidadians in the house?
Yes.
Okay.
More of us.
I have to give some, because, how they are about their people.
Stop it.
But
You stop that.
but you know what happened when I came from Grenada and I went to college? I had a teacher. He constantly told me, I don't know what to do with you, Latoya. Your writing is so flowery. Oh, that's all I can say, flowery. And then he'll give me 85 or something. And I'll be like, why 85? I don't know. It's just that your writing is so flowery. So I felt so limited in college with writing. It's like how I wrote, and how I saw the world and how I would embellish or develop, which is what I was used to in Grenada, just didn't fit in Canada. And so it kind of stunted my connection with literature, I must say. But while I was in university, and I sat in a phys ed class, what was it, kinesiology, I saw Serena Williams on a book. She didn't write the book, she was on a book about exercise physiology. Wow. And I said, oh my God, does anybody understand what this means? There's a Black person on a book, an academic book in McGill University. I quietly said to myself, excited, but they didn't understand what that meant to feel seen in that way. And that's kind of like what brought back that joy that I wanted to be a part of it. But I feel like I always had that. I don't know where it came from. But Jamaica Kincaid was one of my favorite authors. But I just feel like Grenadians and storytelling is part of our culture, So I feel like that's where it ingrained in me. Yeah.
That. Yeah. I like that.
I think we have time for another good question. Yes, or see, now we got hands popping.
One in the back as well.
Like mushrooms after a rain. Now you're Yes. Was it you?
All right, I have a very important question to ask you, but just before I ask you, I do want to say that I adore you. I think you're an incredible human being. Since the first day I met you, your energy and the way that you speak and the way that you speak to other people is very, very powerful and inspiring and magnetic.
Ooh.
I think you have a very, likable trait. And I think
Thank you. It's really good to feel likable,
yeah, and it's more than just being likable.
Thank you.
You're a bright light, and I'm so honored to call you a friend, to be here for you, and I just have so much respect for you and everything that you do. And I will be getting a book today if you got one for me. So
yes.
I'm gonna grab one for sure. So my question is, I feel a lot of people now, more than ever, due to social media and everything going on in the world, people go through a phase of burnout, feeling overwhelmed, exhausted, tired, and it's just so easy to give up. It's so easy to just say, screw it all. So my question to you is, have you ever experienced that moment of feeling burnt out? And if so, how did you overcome it? And what strategies would you give to other people to deal with that and manage it?
Wow, Ellie, were you in my house yesterday? Because yesterday, you know, I told my husband, and I think I told Zadine, I said, I see why people give up. There were so many things that could have stopped me. My dad passed away 3-4 weeks ago. I couldn't even do nothing for 2 weeks. And the weight of this book launch, and I'm a mom to 3 kids. I just gave birth a few months ago. And financial things, investment, imposter syndrome.
Right.
I walked out the house, I couldn't find my phone for 20 minutes. And I was like, where's my phone? Where's my phone? I'm gonna be late. And I started feeling like I was gonna crash. And I said, wow, this is the moment. This is the moment where you can give up. I see why people give up.
Right.
I see why people give up, because sometimes life is so hard. Everything is coming in. Everything feels like it's so dire at the moment.
Right.
And I said, but I can't.
Yes.
I have to keep going. And so I scheduled a spa day.
Yes, girl. Yes.
You deserve it. You deserve it. Are you feeling good today?
I feel good. I feel a lot better.
You look great.
I feel a lot better.
You look
But I
great.
also have to say, I am so grateful for my circle of women, of people that pray for me. Deja, Francine, Zadina, Mamu, like all those people that really and pray for me and encourage me. Like, I have to say, writing Boss Writer with 3 kids, impossible task. They always need me. And, you know, a couple of days, probably 3 or 4, Francine, you know, she took all my 3 kids for hours. And I was able to go and finish the book. And I thought about, wow, you know, you don't always have that kind of support. Who's gonna take your kids for hours? You know, and you're going about your business.
Right.
And you're drinking coffee without being interrupted and actually having hot coffee.
Right.
You know?
That's true.
And you forget that you're a mom for a little bit. You know, and I appreciated that sacrifice on her part, but I really wouldn't be here who I am today without, you know, a circle of women that always support, pray for me. I have a lot of people here from church who support, who show up for me, who rally for me, and they pray for me because I need the prayers, and just support me in every way. So I'm so grateful for that circle of women. And I thank God for them.
Great answer.
Yes, and you know, Niffy, we go hand in hand,
Of course.
right?
Don't forget about the guys that support you too.
Ooh, you know, I felt that was coming.
It's okay. I know
Thank
that
you.
you feel the love from everybody.
I feel
so
the love. Thank you so
Keep
much.
it up. You're doing amazing. Keep going.
Thank you so much,
You're
my brother.
amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think we have another
There's
question
more
in the back.
questions?
I saw a couple of hands up just now.
How you doing?
Hello.
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank Jim and Nigel and you because I wasn't going to come tonight. And now that I'm here, I couldn't leave. No, because it was like, it's been a long day, I've been teaching and all kinds of stuff. But first of all, I'm very impressed. And Trish, thank you, Trish. Trish and I go way back when you, Salt.
I did my
Salt, what's that
documentary.
the name of that play?
A documentary.
Salt.
It's a documentary.
The documentary. Yeah, oh my gosh. So this is how I came on the scene. So my name is Audley Coley, and I'll give a quick snot to why I'm here, because I am a professional dancer by trade, So getting into the book writing and telling my story was a fluke. You know, like some people grow up and they want to be writers or journalists. That was not my dream. My dream was to dance on Broadway. So, just a quick little note here. So, I have a challenge with bipolar illness. So I was diagnosed with 27 with a mental health issue, and I ended up spending 12 years in the hospital system and so on and so forth. And I'm an orphan. I lost my parents in the last couple of years. But my mom, who really believed in me when I was down and I gave up. So the funny thing is that when I was in the hospital, my dance training, I learned that in order to overcome or deal with mental health issues, you had to be physically, spiritually strong. So exercise, eating, and you know, believing in God and so forth. But what happened is when I came back, I started volunteering and working. So I got back to teaching. So as I said, I was I danced at ballet jazz. I studied in New York at Albany. So I was the real deal. So the reason I came to Montreal was to dance. So I just celebrated 25 years at the Atwater Club up on Atwater and Westmount. So I had a student that was going through a divorce. This is how the book, I'm getting to the book.
Okay.
No, hold on.
We're worried a bit there, Mr. Toy.
So, no, I'm just getting to why I'm here with the book situation. So the whole thing is, she couldn't afford my service, so I decided to train her pro bono. So while we were training, we started exchanging stories, and she found out that I had a challenge with mental health. And she said, she's a ghostwriter. She said, I want to tell your story. So that's how, oddly enough, became a reality. So she wrote my book. So in exchange for payment, she wrote my book, and the book became published. Bell Canada picked up the book, and I became the face of Bell Canada for the last 6 years.
Wow.
So if you see a guy with a bowler hat out there for the last 6 years, that's me from Bell Let's Talk. So what I wanted to say, I would like to do a book, and this is where I'm going to need your service.
Okay.
Because I'm Jamaican.
Okay.
And the book is written in a very, I want to do it more like gritty.
Okay.
Because I would really like to have more of the duppy. Because
your Jamaican accents, Okay.
We don't talk about mental health.
Yeah.
You're possessed and duppy and voodoo and all that. So this is where I would like to sit with you and discuss about ghostwriting and actually writing a book from a Black perspective.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds great.
Okay.
We got you. Last question.
My sister has a question.
Last question.
Oh, Zina.
Oh,
two last questions.
Two
One
last
more.
questions.
Okay.
Well, it's actually really not a question, it's a congratulation on behalf of the Resurrection Center.
Ooh.
Where we can connect and serve.
Thank you.
Bishop and First Lady, we just want to congratulate you.
Thank you. Thank you.
This evening, you literally blew our minds.
Oh, thank you.
And also, Latoya has been a very great help to me with my ministry and a lot of graphic works, and I just want to thank you. I too have written my book like years ago, just set to be released. But today, I just want to say that you have inspired us.
Yes,
you have.
Yes.
Thank you once again, and keep going.
Yes, thank you, my love. Thank you, darling. All right.
Akil.
Boss it up.
Full circle, right back to the front.
Okay.
Convenient.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And what advice would you give to like the youth for writing a book?
My son, the best-selling author, right there. Right there. My son. Come here, Kai. Aww, he's so cute. Come up, baby. My son is an author. The book topped the charts #1. Woo! What's the name of the book? Do you remember?
Boss Rider.
No, not Boss Rider. Terror that Triceratops, Lunch Adventure, Crunch, Munch, Chomp. So he had this idea, and me and my husband were in the kitchen, and as he started to talk about his story, I said, this is a good story. Let me write it down. I wrote it down, and then I said, you know what? I'm gonna publish this book. So he sat with me through building the illustrations, through everything. Actually, he was driving me really hard, a very hard boss, this one, because I wanted to continue other projects, but he kept reminding me, Mom, my book, we need to work on my book. So we accomplished that, and we wrote this book together, and he is already a title of a best-selling author. So this is what I think for youth. Not only encouraging them, but providing the opportunity for them to do it.
Very nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we have a last question actually, one more. Sorry, one more.
Here we go.
You have to.
Well, I was going to restrain myself. I said everybody else was getting in on the front, so I had to. But Latoya, I want to say congratulations.
Thank you.
And, really, really proud of you. Latoya was when I went to publish my book, my project, A Reconciled Life, and I was finished pretty much. Had all of the stuff done and everything, and I was thinking about who could help me to put it out there in the world. There was somebody else that was kind of tugging on me in one direction, and spoke with my wife Jacqueline, and I said, what do I need to do here? And she says, we have a relationship with Latoya, and I think you should go in that direction. And called Latoya. We talked.
Yes.
About the direction forward and so on and so forth, and made the decision to do that. Was the best decision that I've made. It's out there in the world.
Yes.
And folks have told me that they've been really blessed by it.
Amen.
So thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
For working with me to publish that and get that out there in the world. So I just wanted to say congratulations. You know how much.
Thank you. I know.
You know how much.
Thank you.
And I just wanted to ask you this quick question. There've been all of the questions about how to do it and the why, and you shared about Boss Rider. But where has your personal faith, your walk with the Lord, how has that shaped your vision, your dreams, and where you are?
It's everything to me. I am a Christian woman. I believe in Jesus. Like I said, a lot of the talents and the skills that I have, I believe that God blessed me with it. I believe that, when I wanted to become a best-selling author, I talk to Zadina all the time about my strategies. And I said, God, how do I do it? What do I do? I don't know anybody. I don't know what to do. And so I got this idea, reach out to media. I was like nobody. I was like, why would I want to do my story? So I put a media pitch together, not knowing what a media pitch is. And I started pitching my bold self to all kind of different CTV News, who never responded to this day. City, that. And City News, my dear friend Faria, she couldn't be here.
Okay.
City News picked up my story. They said, Latoya, we would love to interview you. So I felt like I get inspiration from God, and I just act. I do it. I hear, I ask, I get the message, and I do it. And I felt like, a lot of times when I wanted to succeed, or it would be hard, because right now, trying to circulate the publishing world, I don't have anyone to ask how to do it.
Right.
I'm here doing it on my own, making up the theories as I go, which I'm good with. I have the copyright on that. So, so I feel like for me, my faith has strengthened me, has made me believe more, and I feel like I'm here for a purpose. My purpose is stronger. I know why I'm here, So I thank you for bringing that. Thank you guys so much. I think I'll say my thank yous here. Thank you guys all for coming out. When you plan these events and you invest and you put money into something, there comes a point you're like, is anybody gonna show up? Stop. But I appreciate every single one of you for coming out today. Every single one of you were intentionally invited, and it means so much to me. The way I view time is currency. So the fact that you would take time, you would spend your time to be here means the world to me. Aww. So thank you all. And you wanted to more questions?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, not a question. Just congratulations on behalf of the Grenadian community.
Thank you.
We are very proud of you representing Grenada. Big up. You call yourself boss lady, and I always call you like Miss Bountiful.
Yes,
she's
amen.
Full of ideas, she's very intelligent, and we're proud to know you as a Grenadian. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, see, I knew we would have plenty of questions and comments and congratulations for Latoya. So I just want to very quickly add to all that by saying thanks, Latoya, for helping to step up my game as well in countless ways, including introducing me to all kinds of useful tools such as Canva.
Yes,
and
Canva.
various other apps that I never heard of before Latoya. Yes. I was trying to play it off. I was like, yeah, Canva.
You're like, I know it.
Better to remain silent and be thought a fool than open mouth and remove all that.
That's awesome.
But Latoya, we love you, we appreciate you, we bless you, we behold the Christ in you, and I'd like to turn the mic, of course, over to you, turn the floor over to you for some final remarks on your part.
Well, thank you all. As I said, I appreciate you all being here. So let's do the right thing and boss it up by bossing our way over to the books.
Yay!
Over to the books. Thank you guys all. I will see you over there.
Yes.
And ladies and gentlemen, just to add very quickly, let's not forget about Latoya's Boss Writer Masterclass on November 29th. Early bird tickets are now available. You can check out the information table to find more information or buy tickets. And I do have some organizations and folks I need to thank because this event was not easy to mount. I have to thank Lock and Key Entertainment.
Woo!
Let's have a round of applause for Lock and Key Entertainment for helping make this possible. Playmas Montreal Cultural Association, Brandality Solutions, From the Room Productions, Luxe Cab by Miss Trish, Montreal Vendors, Niffy Signature, Judy Coordinating Services, and of course, special thanks to Silvio, the Sophia Reception Hall Manager. We appreciate your assistance.
Yes.
So by all means, visit our information desk, publishing and coaching info desk. Thank you all for celebrating with us and enjoy some. Oh yes, of course. Don't forget to open up the black cards. Yes.
Yes.
That you received on your way in.
Yes.
Again, once again, you can actually find gifts, swag bags, wine, and more. So definitely check those out.
Yes, yes.
And with that, don't forget to enjoy some dessert, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Ali, how are you?
We have a special cake. How are you
doing? Very good. Good to see you. Yeah. Thank you. You good too. You look amazing. we are FTW from the Womb Productions. My name is Simona McDonald, and this is Tamara
And
Brown Dugan.
I was gonna say my name. Say my name. Say my name. Okay.
Ready? All right.
You can't hold it for long. Okay.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Boss Writer. You messed me up.
What did I say?
Awesome possum. We're gonna have an awesome time. Like
Yes.
they say, awesome
possum.
awesome sauce,
Yes.
awesome possum. You know,
Yes.
everything is just awesome.
All right. So let's talk to our guest. Cheers.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm proud of my daughter. She works very hard to be where she is right about now. And with God's grace, I hope she fly high.